Cut the formalities. Let's get to the point, shall we?
The gerbil.
A gerbil.
Duh.
So now we go from formalities to rats.
No, but if you'd let me continue with the formalities, as you say, then this would have made a little more sense. Your master's reach is well known to all the dark parts of Europe, but from my homeland east of our Silk Road, he's nothing.
Doc has his eyes on the west. His vision is a grand one.
To my knowledge, there are only a few more islands, and then miles and miles of water to the west. He might want to find a better steer. Either way, it affects me not. My payment is all I'm concerned with. So do you want this plague or not? After all, I was under the impression that your army has already foreseen the dark power it holds. Is that correct?
Our dearest Evelyn of Coldshire has not been wrong yet. She is a very powerful seer. The West is the true future, dear Doctor, and the East is just death. That is what you are peddling, right? The Black Death of the Golden Horde.
Duh. But I've not heard it called that before.
It will be called many things over time, but the Black Death name will remain its legacy, as Evelyn has told me.
So sure are you? It means nothing now. I need my reward for this first, or there will be no legacy. Do you see that, Doctor?
I see it all right. But what we can't see is how it works. So, please, pardon my haste and please, do go on.
The gerbils have been found everywhere the plague has been, but the physicians of the East have feelings about it that closely relate the nature of bad air.
Miasma. If only it was that simple.
Duh, if only. But yes, that faith in miasma will serve you well in whatever village you hope to conquer. The simple minds of our land and weak-minded humorism devout physicians have let their fears take over science.
Indeed. Bloodletting. Unbalanced humors. You would think modern doctors would not follow a millennium of old Egyptian philosophy and instead work on newer sciences. I blame the Greeks and Galen of Pergamon.
But their ignorance will be your ally in this next move.
We shall see. Please, continue.
Again, most will blame the bad air, and by the time a village doctor gets close to the real cause of the disease, it will already be consuming them. There is no one safe from this plague. I can see by the look on your face you want to know what it does to a man. Am I right?
Yes.
The key is the flea, not the gerbil or the sheep rat. The sickness lies in that little mite and in the pain of its bite. No one would be the wiser to such a normal occurrence as being infested by a flea. The gerbil here has a few such bugs. Once a man is bitten, a fever and ache set into his bones. Not even a day later, weeping welts lay waste to his skin, especially in the armpits and groin area. By day 2, the tips of the fingers and the toes start to blacken, and the mental breaking of the brain begins bombarding thoughts and feeling. Are you still with me?
Does that woman out there have it?
Duh. Everyone here has it. Janabek Khan was catapulting bodies over the walls for weeks. He was literally using the infected from his golden horde as a weapon. Genius, actually. Crimea is doomed.
What happens on day 3?
They are no longer able to stand and just lie down in agony as they cough blood up from the mouth and bleed black bile from the genitals and the anus. The open welts are now hard, rotting apples. The once green oozing sores are now bleeding black as the intestinal liquid is drained from every sweat-laden cavity. Usually by day 4 the man dies, and everyone that has touched them is now feeling their first aches of the same fate.
How does it end? I mean, how do people stop it?
It cannot be stopped. It is the dirtiest of all sicknesses. It wipes out cities, Theobald. This death hunts until it runs out of people to kill.
That's what's happening to Kaffa then.
Duh. And that's why your master wants it, right? The systematic destruction of towns and villages?
No.
What? Understand the gerbil and the black rat. This is enough to take down London and all its surroundings. Now, where is my payment?
What about a ship full? Could that destroy Europe? Or maybe the world?
What is Doc planning?
Planning? No. You mocked her earlier. It has been foreseen. Evelyn's Black Death. Doc is the architect of the rapture, the eradication of the Orthodox, the Christians, the Muslims, the Jews and godless alike, and the setup of something much greater.
You are mad with evil.
Am I evil? You are instrumental in setting up the Black Death. Hundreds of years before it will even be known by that name. Millions and millions of deaths will be on your hands too.
What is that?
Your reward. Too easy. Load it all up. Get as much of it on the ship as we can. Hurry! We have a long journey ahead of us. To Sicily!
All elements of Sirenicide are copyright 2018 by Atrium Dynamics unless otherwise stated. Any duplication of this production without the secured written consent of Atrium Dynamics is strictly prohibited. Please visit Sirenicide.com for more details.